Hi, in this video I'm looking at expanding and simplifying this expression here. So I've got two terms in brackets multiplied together. So to expand these, I'm going to look at the distributive law and in particular the FOIL method. The FOIL method says to multiply the first terms followed by the outside terms followed by the inside terms followed by the last terms. So a simple procedure to expand two bracketed terms together. The only twist with this one is I have surds in my terms, but the process is still the same. So let's do the first two terms first. The first two terms is the root 5 going to be multiplied by the 2 root 3. So I'm first going to do root 5 times root 3, which is going to be 2 root 5 root 3. So we've got 2 root 3 and root 5. Then I'm going to multiply the outside terms, so the first term on this one, the last term on this one, the two very outside ones. So I'm going to have root 5 times negative root 2. So because one of those is negative, negative times a positive is negative, and I'm going to have root 2 root 5. Then I'm going to multiply the inside terms, so the two inside terms of the brackets. So I'm going to have 3 root 6 times 2 root 3. Both of them are positive, so my answer is going to be positive. 3 times 2 is 6, root 6 root 3. Let's make that 3 a little bit bigger, 3. And lastly, my last terms, so my two right-hand terms, the last terms in the brackets, 3 root 6 times negative root 2. One of those is negative, and negative times a positive is negative. So I'm going to have negative 3 root 2 root 6. So having a look at performing some of these multiplications here to simplify this down, I have 2 root 5 times root 3 is root 15, minus root 2 times root 5 is root 10, plus root 6 times root 3 is root 18, minus 3 root 2 times root 6 is root 12. So now I want to simplify any surds that I possibly can. Having a look at the first one, 2 root 15, can't simplify it, so that's just going to stay as 2 root 15. Root 10, can't simplify it either, so we're still going to have minus root 10. The root 18, I can change that to being root 9 times root 2. And the root 12, I can change that to being root 4 times root 3. Then looking at these first two terms, I couldn't simplify, so I don't touch those. But this one, I can now take the square root of 9, which is 3, so I have 6 times 3 root 2. And I can take the square root of 4, giving me 3 times 2 root 3, because square root of 4 is 2, square root of 9 is 3. Again, I can't do anything to my first two terms, so I'm just going to write those back out again. Finishing off these multiplications, 6 times 3 is 18, root 2. And then minus 3 times 2 is 6, and my root 3. Checking for any additions or subtractions I can do. That is it. So my original expression of root 5 plus 3 root 6, all multiplied by 2 root 3 minus root 12, gives me 2 root 5 minus root 10 plus 18 root 2, take 6 root 3.